Welcome to the conversation at airsafe.com. I'm your host, Dr. Todd Curtis. On June 1st, 2011, FAA Administrator Randy Babbitt announced that the FAA would start imposing harsher fines against people who point lasers at aircraft. Citing a long-standing regulation against interfering with the flight crew of an aircraft, the FAA decided that this rule, which was originally intended to deal with people on board the aircraft, could also be applied to people outside of the aircraft. Incidents of people pointing lasers at aircraft have been an increasing problem, with over 2,800 of these cases in 2010, up from only 300 cases in 2005, the year that the FAA first started keeping close track of these incidents. Also on June 1st, I spoke with the BBC program The World Today, discussing some of the issues around these FAA changes.
The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration has decided to crack down on people caught flashing lasers at aeroplanes. Anyone caught in the act could face an $11,000 fine. Nearly 2,900 laser incidents were reported last year, and that's nearly double the previous year's total. Here's the FAA Administrator, Randy Babbitt.
Well, we want everyone to realize this is serious. These are not toys, and this is dangerous. And so what they might think is an innocent prank can be deadly. And to suffer a loss of vision at low altitudes could have very serious consequences to both the crew and the passengers on board a commercial airplane.
Well, joining me now is Dr. Todd Curtis, who's founder of the air safety and security website airsafe.com. Dr. Curtis, welcome to the program. How serious a problem is this, really?
Well, there's quite a serious problem because these kinds of laser incidents happen not just at one or two airports, but at most of the major airports throughout the United States. And it's a problem that's growing worse as the prevalence of these lasers becomes higher than it has in the past.
So you can just buy them anywhere, practically, can't you?
Actually, you can buy them anywhere because these lasers come in all shapes and sizes, but some of the more popular ones are used in a business environment, a laser pointer for an interview or for a lecture hall. And these are commercial off-the-shelf products that you can get at many stores throughout the United States.
But you'd assume those are very short range, and these must be pretty long range.
Well, it can be short range, and they are not going to be dangerous in the sense of blinding someone at a great distance. But as anyone who's been in a dark room and has had someone flash a flashlight in your face, the light doesn't have to be very bright to disorient you, to make it very difficult to see in dim light, and basically make it more dangerous if you're doing something that requires fine motor control, like flying an aircraft.
Okay, I mean, you've spoken, I think, to some of the pilots who've been caught in this sort of incident. I mean, what do they say about it?
Well, most pilots, whether they're commercial pilots flying large airliners, pilots flying police helicopters, or even private pilots, any kind of outside distraction, whether it's from a laser, a bright spotlight, or anything else that could cause a loss of effectiveness of night vision and disorientation, is a serious hazard to aviation and should be avoided at all cost.
And have they had incidents where it almost caused an accident?
I looked through the records. I have not seen any crash, any fatal or serious accident that seems to be caused by someone pointing some sort of laser device at an aircraft.
Well, let me make the obvious point then that some people might say, well, hey, this is just harmless fun. It's not a problem.
Well, in aviation, often what happens is you only have an accident if there is a situation where there are hundreds of potential incidents that were maybe one or two steps short of an accident. And this is something that can be easily dealt with by public education, by making these lower powered, by banning them, whatever it takes. This is a risk that doesn't have to be there.
Okay, well, let's examine what you said there. You said, I mean, they could be banned. Are they not illegal at the moment?
Throughout the United States, they're not illegal. There are some areas of the world where these sorts of devices have been restricted, but the problem is with this kind of device, they're small, they're portable. They could be banned in one locality, but easily ordered online or easily picked up in another locality, and it's easy to travel with these.
So it's illegal to use them in this way at the moment, but not illegal to buy them?
Absolutely.
And that's the change you want to see?
That's a change that could be done, but there are other things that could be done. There could be rules in effect that say how powerful these can be. So, for example, something that's used for an office environment could be so low-powered that even if you did point it at an aircraft, unless the aircraft were 50 meters away, it may not have an effect.
Dr. Curtis, thank you very much. Todd Curtis there of the website airsafe.com.
For more information on this developing story, please visit us at airsafe.com and airsafenews.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.